Tradition lives here. Okanagan Sun Football with Ryan Waters.
The Okanagan Sun have announced they are bringing back their very popular alumni game for the first time in over 5 years. Players who wore the orange and brown over the last 30 years will suit up once again and take on the current Okanagan Sun roster. President Bill Long explains why they have decided to bring back the game.
Well, we were in a situation where we actually couldn't arrange an exhibition game. So the only alternative was to reinstate the alumni game.
Usually alumni games are fun and exhibition games are less important than, of course, regular season games, but maybe not that fun aspect. Are the current players still going to get a good workout against the alumni?
Well, in all the years that I coached, and we had an alumni game every year, we always considered that was the toughest team we'd play all season. The guys who would stick around and play were there was all-star after all-star, and so you'd be faced with alumni teams that only were dressing 30 players, but there were 30 all-stars. In the history of all the alumni games we played, the current Sun team only won 2 of them.
Is it going to be easy finding players to come back?
Oh, there's always dumb guys kicking around who want to come back and play one more time. It shouldn't be a problem.
So is it going to have that feel of a fun game, or for the current Sun players, are they fighting for jobs and taking things extremely serious, like an exhibition game is meant for?
It's always a fun game. Having played in enough of them myself, I know that on the alumni side of the ball in the huddle, there's an awful lot of laughs going on in between plays, because guys are sitting there looking at each other going, what are we doing out here? What is this? And you're making plays up, basically drawing them in the dirt.
Yeah.
And that kind of thing. From the current Sun team, yeah, it's serious because it's the only exhibition game and guys are vying for starting spots or backup spots. But there's a good spirit about the game in the sense that there's no cheap shots.
Are you going to play? Are you going to suit them up? You're the president of this team, or you used to be a kicker, you used to be a wide receiver. Are you going to don the pads?
I can't believe how many times people keep asking me that. I mean, the last game I played, I think I was 39 or 40, and I did okay. I got a pass and stuff, but, I would rather people remember how good I was rather than how bad I am.
One of the most popular Sun alum, both as a player and coach, Jay Christensen, is excited to hear the news the game is returning. But will we see Jay on the field or on the sideline?
Well, I think, Ryan, that's going to be a game-time decision. I think it's probably that way with most of the alumni. They get up in the morning and count their aches and pains and decide if it's a go or not. But I'm sure excited that the game's back. It was a great part of the season, a great kickoff to the season years ago when I first started coaching, and even played in a few back then. So it was something that as a team we look forward to, and it was a lot of fun for the fans as well.
What does it mean to see all those players that you played with or you coached with coming back and wearing the orange and brown again?
Well, you know what? I think that's the exciting part. That's the one thing that, when you've finished playing and you finish coaching, the things that you remember are the guys that you either played with or coached or, even competed against. So, to see all those guys come back and show their pride in the team and their interest in the new guys as well, is fun to watch. And it's, a great time to catch up with those guys and show all the spirit that they had.
If you do play and your body lets you play, who would you be excited to line up with one more time?
Oh, well, you know what? I mean, as far as guys I'd like to play with, I mean, obviously it'd be fun to have Brezzy throwing the ball. He's magical in alumni games. He hasn't lost a beat. So it'd be fun to play with him, and, a couple of the old linemen I played with, Haas and Brady, they're tons of fun there in the huddle. So, those would be the guys that I'd look forward to, you're certainly playing with, but also, just catching up with and, talk about old times.
Okanagan Sun alumni Jermaine Haley, who struck fear in the eyes of the opposition, will suit up for the game. But he hasn't played in 4 years. So is he in shape?
I'm all right. I'm in a little bit of shape. I mean, I don't plan to be trying to win no awards out there. Just hope to have a good time.
Are you going to give the game 100%, or are you going to ease up on these young guys?
Oh, yeah, I don't want to hurt none of them for the season, They need their quarterback, so Blake told me that I can't touch the quarterback. So.
I want to ask you about your year you played with the Okanagan Sun. How special was that year for you?
Playing with the Okanagan Suns, it was very special. I think most of all when I got down there, I noticed right away is the fans. I thought they were, great, and they're great for that team. I mean, Okanagan, it was lovely down there.
I'm sure as you're thinking about the alumni game, you're reflecting on all your memories that you had here with the Okanagan Sun. What will you always remember about your year with the Sun?
I think more of playing with my brother, Terrence Houston, my younger brother.
Another Sun alum who has one of 2 national championship rings, Spencer McLennan, who won in '88. reflects on his fondest memories of wearing the orange and brown as we approach the alumni game.
Oh, man, there are so many. I mean, obviously, winning the national championship back in 1988 was a great moment. That was great. I mean, we just had a get-together a couple of years ago, and to relive those memories with the guys was great. And you know what? I always remember just the first time I drove into the city back in 1986 to come to training camp for the Sun, and thinking, this is where I'm going to live for the rest of my life. And so far, that's what I've managed to do.
And the Okanagan Sun are bringing back the alumni game for the first time in over 5 years. First of all, are you playing?
I'm going to try. I believe I may have some commitments at that time, but if I can be there, I certainly will. And maybe I should start jogging or do push-ups or something, because otherwise I might get hurt, but I'm going to try and be there.
Well, I wanted to ask you, are you in shape, and when was the last time you actually played a football game?
Last time I played contact football was probably the last alumni game, about 5 years ago. I mean, we still play touch football out there with the boys, and I've played against some of the Sun kids there, and I know they're all faster than me now. Yeah. But maybe with the pads on, maybe I can grab some cloth and hang on and hopefully not get beat too badly.
How much fun is it playing an alumni game, being in that huddle with so many players that you either played with or watched after your playing career?
Oh, man, it's so exciting. You know, I have no idea who's going to be there, because it's a lot of fun, because you have guys that have been out 1 or 2 years that are still in great game shape, and then you have guys that are my age and even older that can go back and reminisce about times past. And usually we play, I mean, going back over the last few alumni games we've always played pretty well as a group. So hopefully we can put that together again.
Is the pride still there, as wearing a former member of the Okanagan? You still fly the orange and brown?
Absolutely. Absolutely. You know what? I think every one of us that played for the Sun always remember playing, and we're still very proud to be part of this organization. And you know, I'm proud of what they're doing now, and to be able to go back and put the colors on again, play against this year's team, that's a thrill.
The Okanagan Sun alumni game is back and will kick off at the Apple Bowl Saturday, July 17th. Check out more details right here at OkanaganSun.ca. Until next time, I'm Ryan Waters.